So the objective here is to get yourself in a nice position, right? To pull yourself up like so. What lots of people like to do is they like to excessively arch their back and kind of pull with their lower back before they pull up, right? So the rule is the further down you go, the harder it is. The further up you climb, the easier it is, right? So you find a distance that works for you, right? Ideally, you'd like your hand position to be in neutral, which means your palms are facing each other. And all you're doing here is you're just going to pull. So you get to right by your chest, and then you're going to slowly lower yourself right back down, right? As you're pulling, you want your elbows to come past your ribs, and your shoulders are down and back. So you want to pull your chest through the straps. So you feel a nice squeeze in your upper back, and then you slowly lower yourself right back down. If you find that it's getting harder, you just scoot up further, and if it's too easy, you scoot down lower, but just remember not to use your lower back. You want to keep in a nice neutral position here, right? So you're going to do anywhere between 8 to 10 reps of those. That's your pulling exercise for the upper body. The pushing exercise for the upper body can be these modified push-ups, right, where your hands are a little wider than shoulder width, right, and you simply just lower yourself to the bench and then push yourself right back up, right? The same concept with this. I like to tell people that when they're rowing on those straps, that should be the same end position as your push-up. So you want to keep that in mind here. You want to pretend like you're actually standing and you're pulling yourself to the bench like you were pulling yourself to the straps. And that will get your shoulder and your elbow position the same way as it would be with the pulling exercise. Then you push straight up. You can do anywhere between 8 to 10 reps. If that's too difficult, you can just get on your knees. The same concept. You're going to slowly lower yourself to the floor, and you're going to push yourself straight back up, right? We're going to do 8 to 10 reps of those. So that's the pushing exercise for the upper body. The pushing exercise for the lower body, you can either do a step up. The only thing that I'd be conscious of with this is it can get your heart rate up, right? So if this is too intense, I'm going to show you something else, but what you do is you're going to keep one leg on here. You have to make sure that the heel is on this bench, and you're going to pretend like you're actually trying to move the bench behind you, because that's going to activate your glute. So what you're going to do here is you're going to push yourself through the bench. You can either keep your leg off, that'll maximize the glute contraction over here. If this is too difficult for you to keep your balance, you just simply tap the bench beside you, and then you slowly lower yourself back down. So you want to load the heel that's on the bench. So you're up, and you can just tap, and then you slowly lower yourself back down. Do anywhere between 8 to 10 reps of those. If that's too difficult, you kind of just get into a split stance over here, where you put a mat right under here, so you can put right on your knees. And all you're doing here is you can hold your hands here, or you can hold your hands on the side. We're just going to step up, right? And then you're going to slowly lower yourself back down. You're going to actually touch the floor to regain your position. Lots of people like to do this and try to rush it, and they're going to lose their balance. So I want perfect form on every rep. I'm more concerned with that than actually how many reps you're doing. So you're going to come down, reset, right back up, come down, reset, and right back up. That's your pushing for the upper body. Your pulling for the lower body, there's lots of different variations. One I like, it can be done on the floor. It's a glute bridge, all right? So I like to keep people's palms facing the ceiling, because that just forces their shoulders down and back, because lots of times people are hunched over all day long. So from here, you're going to raise your toes off the floor, so your heels are digging into the floor, all right? And you're just going to simply press through the floor. You're going to squeeze your glutes at the top, and you're going to slowly lower yourself back down. You shouldn't feel so much pain in your lower back. Okay, if you are, then you're not effectively squeezing your glutes. So what I like to tell people to do is pretend that they have a piece of paper between their upper thigh and the beginning of their butt. You want to squeeze that piece of paper and hold that piece of paper as you come off the floor, and then slowly lower yourself back down. You can do anywhere between 8 to 10 reps of those. If you want to make that a little bit more challenging and a little bit more hamstring dominant, you just simply elevate your feet, and the same concept applies. You're going to push through the bench, So get nice and high, and then slowly lower yourself back down. 8 to 10 reps. And to actually change that even more, this is more glute dominant. Same thing applies where your heels are dug into the floor. You take your palms, you're going to place them right on the bench. Your upper back is on this bench, and you're simply just going to squeeze up, and then you're going to form a V.